Sylvia, hey, I've been watching your videos and it looks like you're on this major health kick. So what's going on with you?
Yeah, I am on a health kick. Thanks for watching my videos. Yeah, I'm just getting back on track. I just transitioned onto another program called the Fast Metabolism Diet, and it's been so good. I don't know, I just fell off the wagon with COVID and everything, but now I'm back on it and I'm feeling great. I'm just feeling so good. But thanks for asking. I appreciate that. I love your hair. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I have been on a health kick, and for those of you that have been following me and my health journey series, you know that I've tried different programs to get my body back on track and to get my hormones in alignment, and I'm feeling really fantastic. And now I have transitioned onto the Fast Metabolism Diet, or FMD as it's known. This is a program that I had done for many years with great success, but when COVID came along, I fell off the wagon and I felt pretty hard. But now I've transitioned on to FMD, and this is actually my second week. I actually started last week, and it's been going great, and I'm really happy to be on it. It's easier for me to navigate than the other programs. I just know it like the back of my hand, so it's really easy. So I thought what I would do is share with you the program, talk about the phases. There are very distinct phases. There are 3 phases within a week, and I'll show you what those phases are and what I eat. And then I thought that I would also share with you the meals that I make. I'll share with you a recipe and a meal for each phase so that you kind of get an idea of what it looks like. And you're going to be really surprised. You're going to say, wow, that does not seem like a diet. And it doesn't, because it's not a diet. In fact, the nutritionist that I follow, Haley Pomeroy, has an acronym for the word diet, which I love, and it's Did I Eat Enough Today? And for me, the biggest challenge has been I have to eat 5 meals a day. And because my metabolism is in such disrepair, it's really difficult for me to be hungry for the next meal. That's because my metabolism has not revved up. It's not as fast as it once was, because in the past I really was hungry for the next meal and the next and the next. But it's something that I need to work on, and I definitely need to improve as I continue on this program. But it's been great so far, really great, and I'm really excited to be back on it. So let's get into it. So now let's talk about the phases and what they do for the body. And these phases are broken down into 3 phases. Monday and Tuesday is phase 1, Wednesday and Thursday is phase 2, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday is phase 3. But you can arrange them however you like, but you'll see in a moment why phase 3 is best: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's my favorite phase, so let's jump into it. Phase 1. Phase 1 is my second favorite phase. This phase is Monday through Tuesday, and this phase is where you start to unwind. This is all about calming the adrenals down so that they can help reduce your stress and cortisol levels. This is kind of the foundation that lets the body know everything is okay, you are okay. It's it's like that fight or flight mode. It just calms the body down so that it gets it primed to be able to handle the next 2 phases. In this phase, I have a very high glycemic, moderate protein, and low fat meals. And I like this phase a lot because I get to eat a lot of fruit, which I normally wouldn't eat. I love fruit, but you have to eat a lot of fruit on this phase, and I really enjoy it. So put the meal map up here so that you can see what a typical day looks like. And now let's look at a meal that I prepared on this phase. And this is a phase 1 dinner, probably my second favorite phase after phase 3. And this is a pretty simple meal. It didn't take very long to prepare. So here I've got some sweet potato fries that I cooked in the air fryer, some steak that I grilled outside, and then I've got some zucchini that I also threw on the grill. This is really easy and it's really delicious. Let's do a little taste test. That's really good. Phase 2. Phase 2 is my least favorite phase, and I think most people who do the program also don't really enjoy it. It's my least favorite, but it's actually probably one of the most important. So I really try to be very disciplined when I'm on this phase. And this is probably where I'm most successful, just because I know how important it is. But in this phase, you begin to unlock. You unlock fat stores and you push your metabolism here to lay down lean muscle that then will scavenge all of the fat stores. So it's really, really critical. It's also really important because it supports the liver, and your liver is responsible for over 600 metabolic functions in your body. 600. That's staggering. So even though I don't like it, I know how important it is, so that's why I tend to stay most disciplined on this particular phase. It also really stimulates your body to, this is the phase where it trains your body to release fat cells. And so that's really what ultimately you want your body to do, to be able to metabolize appropriately. On this phase, it is a high protein and low glycemic vegetables. But quite honestly, it's really hard to eat protein and vegetables for 5 meals across 2 days. It's really, really tough. So by the time that I get to Thursday night, I'm so ready for it to be done. But here's what a typical meal map, I'll link it up here, what a meal map looks like. And now let's look at a meal that I prepared on this phase. This is what I'm having today, and it's very, very filling. And on my second day, typically, this is, it's funny how your mind works, but on my second day, this is delicious. And it is. It's basically what I've got here are some mixed greens. I've got red cabbage, I've got bell pepper, I've got cucumber, and I have some grilled chicken on that. And I can't have any kinds of fats, no oils. So all I did was add some balsamic vinegar on top of this, and it's really, there's so much fiber in this that it's really, really filling, and it's really, really good. So bon appetit. Phase 3 is hands down my favorite phase. This phase is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And in this phase, I get to reintroduce fruit, reintroduce grains, and I finally get to introduce fats, healthy fats. It's just also easier to navigate. It's more or less a more normal way of eating, or more the way that I like to eat, and I think most everyone as well. In this phase, you are unleashing in this phase, and the focus here is on your hormones, your heart, and heat. Your body has been primed in phases 1 and 2, and now you've triggered your body's ability to convert fat to fuel. Whereas before doing the program or the phases, your body, if your metabolism isn't fully functioning, you would normally convert that fat to stores. It would be stored, versus now you're training it to convert it to fuel. And that's what all of these phases do. And that's why it's really, really important. In this phase, it's a high fat, moderate carbs, low glycemic fruit phase. It's my favorite phase. And I'll place a meal map here so that you can see what that looks like. And let's look and see a meal that I prepared on this phase. Phase 3, here it is, and I'm so excited to have it. So I'm having this breakfast burrito and my smoothie. So let's try it. So those are all the phases that I have been doing for the past 2 weeks, and I've really enjoyed the program. It's so fascinating. I'll put the book up here once more. That's the Fast Metabolism Diet by Haley Pomeroy, who is my nutritionist, and it's a great program. I enjoy everything about it. And it's really, in the interest of time, I wasn't really able to go in very deep, just because this could be a 2-hour video. But as always, I like to be transparent with you and honest, and I just wanted to end this by sharing what my experience has been and how I'm feeling and how things are going. So yes, I love this program and I'm so happy to be back on it, but there have been challenges. I've been frustrated with myself mainly, and so I just wanted to talk about that. In the last week of the program, I lost a pound. And I will keep stressing that it's not about the weight. I've been frustrated with that because I feel like my body's not metabolizing as quickly as I wanted to, based on the amount of time that I've been doing the different programs. And yes, I've lost a substantial amount of weight, but I feel like it should be just a little bit more, and it's just telling me that I'm not metabolizing, and it's getting frustrating for me. And part of the fact is that I'm in menopause, so of course that is going to have an effect on things. But I can talk about the science behind it, but ultimately I'm human, and these are things that just affect me and weigh on me. And it made me question whether or not, what am I doing? And then, of course, I realized that that's just me being ridiculous, honestly, because the fact of the matter is vanity kicks in, and I'm so happy about my skin, my hair, my body, how I wake up in the morning feeling fantastic. So all those things are worth it. And like I've said, I've had non-scale gains. I've dropped a pant size. This blouse is pretty big on me. My bras are fitting loose. My workout leggings are getting a little baggy. So yes, I'm going in the right direction. I don't know, we all go through that phase when we're on these types of journeys. So I'm just human, but I also wanted you to know that it's not all rainbows and unicorns. I get frustrated sometimes, but I had a little talk with myself. Part of it is that I know this program really well. And part of it is that I know this program really well. So I was cutting corners because I knew it so well. But I had to realize when I was having that talk with myself, I said, Elvia, are you really doing everything that you could be doing? And the answer was no. Because I knew the program, when I last left the program, I was able to cut corners because my metabolism was revved up. It was super fast, but I'm not at that place anymore. So I can't do what I used to do. And preparing this video had me reread the book again, and really helped me understand and remember that the things that I'm eating on these phases are critical to the different metabolic functions in my body. So that was a really good eye-opening experience. So there are a few things that I'm not going to say that I was doing wrong. I think that's really negative, but there are things that I could be doing better. The first thing is 5 meals a day. That's been challenging for me, honestly. I'm not used to doing that, and quite frankly, I'm not hungry 5 times a day, but I used to be. Like, I couldn't wait for the next meal. My body couldn't wait. I was hungry. So I need to, and I started in this second week of the Fast Metabolism Diet, I've started doing that. So I have to force myself to eat those meals so that my body gets used to having them, and then my metabolism speeds up, etc., etc. That's just the way it goes. So instead, in a way, my body might be thinking that I'm starving it and is reacting by not letting go. So that's number one. Number two was that there are prescribed workouts per phase. And although I've been more active, I'm not as active as I need to be. So I've definitely, in this second week of the program, I've definitely increased that. So I really need to stick to the activities per the phases. So that's a second thing. The third thing was that I wasn't drinking all the water that I'm supposed to be drinking. So I do drink a lot of water, but I need to drink half my body weight in water. And part of it is that when I realize that I haven't met that goal, it's typically late in the evening and I don't want to drink a lot of water when it's close to my bedtime because I don't want to get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom. So therefore I don't do it. So I've really tried to change, like check in with myself at about 2 o'clock to make sure that I'm there. And so I'm getting better. I haven't really been successful at it, but I'm getting better than I was. And then the last thing, which just breaks my heart, but the last thing is these guys. You know them. I can't do that anymore. And it makes me sad, but we're going to break up. We broke up. I wasn't eating a lot of them, but they're not good for me right now. I'm just not where I need to be, so therefore I need to cut those out. And the main reason is that they have corn, and corn is not allowed on this plan. The reason corn is not allowed, it's pretty controversial for some people who are in the program. You'll see it like on the Facebook chats, and it's like, why can't I eat corn? I love corn, but the reason why is because corn is one of the most genetically modified food crops. And because of that, it has certain chemicals that affect your body and your metabolism. So I can't have them. That's not to say that I won't at some point, but I'm just, excuse me, my body's just not at a place where I can do that. So they go for now, but may we meet again one day. But I just wanted to be honest and transparent with you to show you that I'm human, and you know, it's a journey. It definitely is a journey. So yeah, maybe I've inspired you through this video to try this program. Maybe you're like, oh wow, it's not so bad, because it's not. The food is really, really good. It's a lot of food. You're never hungry. Yeah, and if I haven't inspired you to try the program, maybe I've inspired you, I always say this, to take a small step that will make a big difference in your life. Something, I don't know, whatever it may be. Yeah, so I'm gonna end the video here, but I want to thank you so much for watching me and for watching my series. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.